All right. What's up, everyone? It's 2 Minutes in the Box with Gordo. I am here with my first ever guest. We were supposed to do this on Friday, but he had an emergency call up to the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota Wild and Lake Superior State alum Kevin Czuczman. Churchy, how you doing, brother?
Good to be with you, Gordo.
Likewise.
Happy to be on here, man.
Oh, yeah, being the first guest. And how about that? What was the craziest thing? First 2 minutes we were in, like the show says, 2 minutes in the box, you get a call up. What was it like in the middle of a podcast?
That's so cool, and it's cool to share with you, buddy. And no, it's good stuff, and honored to be your first guest.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. It's awesome. And you've been having a great season down in Des Moines, Iowa, and you worked so hard and you get this promotion. How amazed and happy are you?
Yeah, it's been awesome, and it's a great situation in Des Moines. We got a good coach and good room of guys, so it's been a ton of fun, and I owe a lot to them as well.
Oh, yeah, we got some familiar names, Kyle Rao and Richard Krause, a.k.a. Shaky.
Yeah, you have a little connection there, eh?
Oh, yeah, Kyle Rao, Minnesota, with the Florida Panthers, and also with with Shaky and with the Isles.
Absolutely. And in Minnesota, Nick Bjugstad.
Oh, yeah, and Dmitry Kulikov.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like it's like the spider web with Charlie Kelly, from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, explaining the situation. Where did he get all the red paper slips? I sent him to Siberia. It's unbelievable. Buddy. All right, so let's get to know everyone better. With this. Yeah. So Churchy, so where are you from originally, and and how did you get into hockey, and at what age?
I'm from Port Elgin, Ontario, in Canada. So it's kind of 2.5 hours north of Detroit, 3 hours west of Toronto.
Likewise, awesome.
Yeah, kind of on Lake Huron, small town, cottage town, beach town.
Oh, yeah.
And I got into hockey through my dad, and I guess through my buddies at school. That's kind of what we did. And it's really cool. I still keep in touch with them pretty much daily. And I guess it's just through that little network that we all kind of grew up together playing hockey.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's where I fell in love with it.
Awesome. And any funny stories you want to share? Any memorable stories?
Memorable, probably my Pee Wee year. That's when we won the International Silver Stick. We won the OMHAs. We kind of won everything there was to win. And, that group of guys, it's probably one of the most special years of hockey I've ever had. I don't know, we were 12 or 13, and we forever talk about it. So it's, I know it's kind of Pee Wee hockey, but it meant a lot to us and still does.
Oh, yeah. And tell everyone what the Silver Sticks competition is, the tournament.
Yeah. You from what I remember, we play in like a regional. I think we played that in Brampton, Ontario, and we won that. And so we go to the International Silver Stick, which was in Port Huron, Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know that area pretty well.
Oh, yeah. Very familiar,
Yeah.
I'm on a classic game out there, I remember playing out there, got, five points out there, a goal and 4 assists.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. It was an interesting game, and we're supposed to play a second game, but the other team had a forfeit because there was a flu outbreak, and it was just like, wow, okay, we drove up here for one game and we're supposed to do 2. Okay, we can go home.
That's tough, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ending on a high note, though.
Yeah. So,
and I got to ask you, what was your first position in the game, and have you always been a defenseman?
Yeah, it's been defense probably all the way up from when I was young, and I think I had 1 year where I didn't grow for a year in minor midget, so they put me in forward, and that experiment didn't really work out. But,
oh, yeah. It happened to me too. It happened to me too as well in lacrosse. They put me in the long pole, and then they're like, you're not like your older brother and your little brother, so we're gonna put you up in attack. So you're gonna be like, Wendell Clark and Claude Lemieux. You're a little pest out there. You can hit people, and then you can score goals. Like in hockey, it was crazy. They put me on the wing, and they never put me on defense because I was not the best skater.
Oh yeah. Did you have fun though?
Not the best skater, and I just had someone told me today, Jesus, Gordo, your strides were like very short and quick, like where's the long strides? I'm like, I didn't stretch that much. I mean, like if I would have taken one long stride, I would be on the IR right now. This body is like an expired rubber band.
You're good at the quick starts though. Stop and starts. There you go.
Absolutely.
Good on the penalty kill.
Oh yeah, I'm a PK guy. I'm a grinder with a little Dougie Wade in me.
Nice.
And I gotta ask you, what players did you look up to when you were young?
When I was young, I tended to look at defensemen a lot. I know Nick Lindstrom, Scott Niedermayer.
Oh yeah.
And for whatever reason, I was obsessed with Theoren Fleury growing up.
Like we all did, Theo's a beauty.
I loved it.
He's got a giant heart, and he's a little dude. He loves to kick ass, and he would love just to, he was just a little shit, People love the guy.
I couldn't get enough of him as a kid, and I had all his Calgary Flames, New York, even when he was in Colorado, and all his stuff.
His cameo in Colorado, I mean, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
He literally was almost 2 points per game. It's a damn shame he should have stayed with him. Can you imagine he would have stayed another year over there? And especially I'll tell you, Calgary was memorable. The 91.
When he scored that goal and he went down on a guitar, skating down the ice. Yeah.
He was just an unbelievable player.
Yeah.
And we've all heard the story and his journey. And I gotta ask you, do you think he's a Hall of Famer?
Yeah. Worked through his hockey, I think so. I haven't really had time to think about it, but no, his career was pretty special, and Olympic gold he won.
Oh yeah, and in Salt Lake City, 2002.
Yeah.
I mean that was a real dream team, and I'll tell you, Theo was just unbelievable. I looked up to him. It's funny. Every time, when we were young, I remember we were watching Hockey Night in Canada. It was Edmonton and Calgary all the time. It's it's watching Dougie Wade, Theo Fleury, back and forth. It's who am I going to root for? I hope it's just scary. Just at the same time, it's just unbelievable. And I got to ask you this next one, Junior A hockey. Where did you play your junior hockey, and why did you choose Lake Superior State to go play in the NC2A?
I played 3 years of junior. I played junior C in Walkerton with the Walkerton Hawks, and junior B with the Waterloo Siskins, and then tier 2 junior A in Ontario with the Newmarket Hurricanes.
Oh yeah.
And I chose Lake Superior because it was such a good fit for me. It was a small school, had a great history of developing players. It was such a unique experience to get my degree, play in the CCHA, and I really just wanted to make the team. I didn't really have dreams of being a pro hockey player. It kind of was one thing after another, and being there was definitely one of the proudest moments I shared with my dad when we committed. He's like, yeah, you're going there, and I said, okay, perfect. It works for me, and that's probably one of the coolest hockey memories I have.
Oh yeah, and I gotta tell you, how awesome is it that the CCHA is back? One of the greatest hockey conferences of all time.
Yeah, you'd know better than me. You probably grew up watching it, but
Michigan State.
Yeah.
Before the monopoly of the Big Ten, the Big Five conferences. I mean, it was fun watching Lake State. Northern Tech. Tech was on the WCHA.
Yeah,
it was just an unbelievable.
Absolutely, buddy.
And watching the Great Lakes Invitational, it was unbelievable. So Lake State. So were there any other colleges or universities?
There was a few other ones at the time. It happened pretty fast. I think it was maybe a month into my junior A season. It kind of had to make a decision pretty soon, and I went on a visit to Lake Superior and Jim Rock and.
Rocky, he's a beauty.
Yeah, great coach. And I still remember being in his office with my dad and him offering us, and it was it was a no-brainer for me. And,
Rocky
cool.
And I have some history, and I remember Jim Rock. He came over to Gaylord, Michigan, and Dougie Wade was in town. Dougie invited me, to go, and one of my buddies to come skate. John Tavares was there. It was after Johnny's rookie year, and I was on a line, and Nolan, who's one of my buddies, who's out there, and we were out there. It was just like, and Jim Rock was like, "Wow, I want you to play." And then it was unfortunate because I ended up going to a small college in Florida in Boca Raton, Lynn University, and they didn't have a hockey team at the time. It was heartbreaking. And I told, and my mom and we took a tour of Lake State, and that was one of my schools I wanted to go to. And she pulled a Bonnie Lindros on me. She's like, "You're not going here. It took 3 hours. It's like ice road trekking."
Yeah, it's up there. It's past the Mackinac Island, and
I don't mind it. It's one of my favorite places in North America.
It's an awesome place.
I love the Canadian side. The Canadian side is awesome.
Just good people. Like it's you can't say enough good things about that place. It'll always hold a special place in my heart up there.
Oh yeah, I love the Sioux. It's one of my favorite places. And fun. People don't know this, Dad. I was almost going to move up there. After college.
Nice.
But unfortunately, I was going to go play hockey up there in grad school, and unfortunately, the school did not have a sports management department for grad school.
Okay. Yeah.
I was sad. I was devastated, and the website said, "Yeah, we have a sports management program for in grad school." When I get there, when I have the meeting with the volleyball coach, she was like, "The website said that?" I'm like, "Yeah, show the website." It's on the website, and we don't even have it. What the hell was that? It broke my heart, And I stayed. Yeah. That's how I had stayed down in Florida.
Yeah.
And what was your major at Lake State?
Finance and economics.
Nice. And any crazy memorable college experience?
Like school wise or hockey wise?
Both.
School wise, I think we did a business plan. We had to do a business plan class with Dr. Ralph Wilhelms was our professor, and I think that's one of the coolest courses I've ever taken. You build a company from the ground up, and I built a synthetic ice arena in Sault Ste. Marie, and did the whole business plan. I still think about it today, and it's pretty cool. That's probably my best school memory. And then hockey memory, I think just spending time with the guys in college, and you form a special kind of bond with them. You go to school, you eat with them, you play hockey with them, you go through the bus trips with them. It's a really cool bond that it's lifelong, and it's still showing. We're still keeping in touch, so that's something that's special to me.
It's a bond. It's a lifetime bond. It's amazing. Like, we keep these memories alive, and we cherish them.
Absolutely, man.
And everybody wants to know, like what was it like signing your first NHL pro contract, and how did the New York Islanders play a huge role?
That was pretty special. It was looking back on it, it's definitely up there, top moments of my life. It was just so cool to be able to share with my parents and my teammates, and kind of to reflect everyone that helped me get to that point. It's just such a special, and to go right to the NHL and meet you and have those good moments. Awesome.
Absolutely. And what was the most favorite moment when you came to the Islanders? What was the most favorable, memorable moment?
Most memorable moment. It's got to be my first game. Having my parents there. I think we played Minnesota, actually, my first game, and
what are the odds?
It's crazy, yeah. But just making it to the NHL and kind of getting to that level was something that I'd always dreamed of, and for it to become true was really special for me. And it was definitely cool to share that with all the people that helped me along the way, friends, family members, people in my community back home. It was teammates, coaches, like you name it, teachers. Like it was incredible, and it just makes me smile thinking about it. But that's definitely
and I'll tell you, and the Dougie Waite had a huge influence on that.
Oh yeah, what a phenomenal guy! Like you can't say enough good things about him.
Oh yeah, he's a beauty. I mean, he's a one of a kind, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, he's a big reason he went to Lake Superior.
Oh yeah. And he was just one of the highest draft picks in that school's history that made it to the NHL.
Yeah, he was a guy at school we always would look up to, and you know, it is so cool that he went to Lake Superior State and he really put that school on the map, and
Oh yeah.
his legacy still lives on, and he's a legend up there. So it's cool to have met and known him.
Here's the question: name 5 Lake State players who made it to the NHL besides you? 5 of them, like in the top of your head. Like,
Top of my head,
yeah.
okay, Buddy Robinson, Kellen Lane, Derek Smith, not Dwayne Rolston, John Graham.
Oh yeah.
Brian Rolston.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Besides Dougie.
Steve Alexi.
Oh yeah, and then there's another one, Rennie Chapdelaine.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was a beauty. You know, call him Reg.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was another guy who was a huge influence on me because, you know, with the Lake State connection, you know, like Absolutely. He was like that golden era, you know, that was a golden era, and I gotta tell you, what was it like, you know, when you first met me in Tampa Bay, you know?
Oh yeah, I think we went to dinner, didn't we? Did we go to dinner?
You, Travis Hamonic, Anders Lee, Thomas Hickey. Yeah. And we ran it and we saw Kate Upton.
Oh, was Verlander there?
Yeah. We were all starstruck. It's Kate Upton.
Yeah, that was a cool night, man. Yeah, it's a great dinner. I remember we had like a circular booth type thing. Did we have?
Yeah, it was circular booth, and we had some oysters and stuff.
Yeah.
And Kate Upton walked by, and we were on jaw drop. And did Justin Verlander was giving us the stink eye?
I have no idea, man. I don't remember that part, but I remember just a great time with meeting you. Your energy, you got a big heart, and it was a great time, buddy.
Oh yeah, and the next day, you know, like it was the most unexpected thing in my entire life was getting on the ice with you guys, you know, and Dougie calls me up. He's like, Gordo, what's up, buddy? I'm like, I'm just got up, Doug. What's going on? Do you have your gear in the car by any chance? I'm like, I always bring my gear in the car, you know, because, you know, I don't trust the storage unit sometimes. Why? One of our call-ups couldn't make it. You got to fill in. I'm like, oh shit. Jumping on the ice and then getting it. And I remember getting my gear on. I'm like, so antsy about it, you know?
Yeah.
And then who was trying to not give me the play? I remember they're like, Gordo, who's your favorite hockey player?
I forget who is it.
And then I'm like looking around. I'm saying Yager. And Dougie comes in there like Kramer and Seibo. What'd you just say, Gordo?
Oh, you answered Yager. That's funny.
And Dougie's like, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Next time I kick your ass on that one. I'm going to bag skate you, Gordo. I'm like, okay. All right, just calm down, Dougie. And then when we get out there, we're at the Amalie Arena in Tampa. And I'll tell you, I'm not used to playing in an arena with a scoreboard on the ceiling.
Yeah, that was cool.
I mean,
that's a cool place to play.
That scoreboard was just, and then got on the ice, and then, you know, and ripping on Nabokov. That was a character. He's a character too.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was so good to me. I learned more from that guy in a month. Like, it was unbelievable, his knowledge and his outlook on the game. It was cool. It was really cool.
Oh yeah, you know, I ran into him about a couple of years ago at the BB&T up in the press box talking to Dave Barr. Navy's like, my buddy Gordon.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking bear hug. Give me a fucking bear hug. And
that's
I'm
awesome.
Like, and my back's still a little, you know.
Yeah.
He was a hell of a chiropractor for that one. And you know, and like being on the ice and doing the drills. I mean, you know, and Anders Nielsen, remember him?
The goalie?
Yeah.
Yep. The big guy,
God, you know, he he was like it was just like that commercial that smeared like I don't know, I forget what beer commercial it was in the late 90s or 2000 with that big guy in the net. He sticks it and he's like in the net like just taking shots, you know.
Oh yeah.
That's what he was like. It was, oh my God, you know. And and I'll tell you, it was just a dream come true for me, you know, skating
That's
with
awesome.
you and being around, you know, all the guys again. You know, weeks before I was up in Long Island, you know, and staying at Dougie's house and just like trying to get because I was flirting with the idea of working with the Islanders.
Yeah.
It was just so much fun being up there and love the area, you know, and Nassau Coliseum. I mean, what was your first impressions of playing in a classic barn like that?
I think now, like you look at it, it's like it's one of the most historic barns in the NHL. There's no denying that. They won 4 cups and it was so cool. I love the history, the tradition they have there. And, you know, it was cool the last couple of years to see them do well. And,
oh yeah,
it's good. It's good to see.
It just like, you know, like it feels the chills basically, you know, when you're on
loud.
the ice.
Yeah.
I mean, like the first time I step on the ice, I'm like, wow. You know, I can feel Bobby Nystrom's presence, Billy Smith, Mike Bossy. I can feel the presence.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like it brought a tear in my eye. I was like, wow. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe Louis had that presence in the past, but I mean, Nassau Coliseum was a different animal.
Absolutely.
And it was just like, wow.
Yeah.
And I got the next question for you. What are your hobbies? You know, like away from the rink.
I like to read a lot. Whatever it may be, economics, history, philosophy, just kind of pretty much everything. I like to get out with my teammates, go for walks, go to coffee shops, kind of keep it simple. Spend time with my girlfriend. Yeah, it's
She
pretty.
Must be very excited about you getting called up.
Yeah, she's pumped. Yeah. So it's I don't know. I keep it pretty simple. I try not doing too much. Yeah, like not too much, not too much, buddy.
Yeah, like I try to keep it simple as well. Like, you know, it's simple for me. Away from the rink, just go to the beach. You know, when I'm in nice weather, and I play other sports. You know, just to keep my mind off. Read books, history books.
Yeah. Well, if I played in a warmer climate, I'd probably golf a little bit more, maybe.
Oh yeah, and yeah, I'm trying to get the hang of golf, you know. But the meeseeks are still looking for me. Especially the stickler meeseeks, you know, like trying to find me about my short game. They weren't too happy about that. You know, down here, you know, I just keep a low profile. You know, when I'm back in Michigan, it's like variety of things, walking, seeing friends and stuff. You know, in Florida, I just keep a low profile. Just play just besides hockey, just go to the beach and go visit my mom up in Vero. You know, she's been a huge support. You know, and you know, just spending time with family and friends is one of my favorite things away from hockey. You know,
absolutely, that's important, buddy.
Oh yeah, and then let's see, like any funny memories on and off the ice in college and in the pros and all
funny memories. Trying to think. I think one funny memory that kind of is sticking out right now is we played an AHL game with practice socks. So we had our Wilkes-Barre jerseys and practice socks on. That's kind of, I don't know why, but that's one memory that sticks out to me. As like looking back on it at the time, it's like it was crazy, but now it's kind of funny, and that's probably one memory that.
Who was on that Wilkes-Barre squad?
Oh, we had, I think, Garrett Wilson.
I remember Garrett.
Patrick McGrath, Teddy Bluger.
Blugs.
Maybe Zach Aston Reese.
I think. Yeah, he was there, I believe.
Maybe Joseph Cramarosa. I'm not sure which year it was in Wilkes-Barre, but maybe that was one of the funnier ones.
Oh yeah, and was Jimmy on that team? Hazy.
I think Jimmy was actually. I think Hazy was that year.
Yeah, God rest his soul. Miss him every day. You know, it broke my heart.
What an unbelievable guy. Yeah.
He like I remember him being in Florida. Yeah, he was just a funny dude.
Oh, you know? he just brought it, like his smile and his just energy just brought the whole room to room to light. It was incredible being around that guy.
Oh yeah, he was a beauty. He was an animal. I remember, what was a favorite memory that you had with Jimmy Hayes?
Jimmy Hayes memory. I think just like the little things like day to day, just being around him on the bus, hearing his stories, hearing his like his laugh, and he would just always he'd always have a little comment or something funny to say, and he lightened the mood. And the AHL is a stressful league. You have bus everywhere. It's hard on your body and all that. He just would have just something to say and just like a little comment to just like lighten the mood. And I feel like that just kind of had such a lasting impact, and it just made us all kind of relax. And I think that's probably the one thing that he did that I'll forever like cherish, and I try carrying with me too. And guys like that don't come along all the time, and he was a special guy.
It doesn't,
Yeah.
And I remember, Jimmy and I, it was funny, I remember, I come back from Michigan, I come back from Florida back to Michigan for Christmas holiday, whatever, and I'm like, I get done with playing pickup hockey at Liggett, and they give me a phone. The Panthers call me up like, Gordo, we need you at the rink. I'm like, if it's Joe Louis, no way, I am going back to bed. And they're like, we meant, and they're like, oh, we meant to say Liggett. I'm like, are you kidding me? I was just there like 5 minutes. I just got done playing pickup hockey. Why didn't you tell me? And then the rink manager goes, what the hell are you doing back here so soon? You see those guys? I'm with them. And Hazy's like, what's up, Gordo? Come on in. Let's go. Hazy was like, he brought me in. And then after the practice and stuff, it was, and we, like him, Uppy, and Shano, we went night on the town.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like Jimmy was just the funniest guy. He like those, it was like the Three Musketeers, when you put Hazy and Shano and Uppy, together. It was like the Three Musketeers, the three best friends.
That's all. Yeah.
Those guys were just, I'm just crying about it because it was funny. Like those guys were just awesome to be around, you know? And I just still can't believe he's gone. I mean, it just breaks my heart. I remember coming back from doing some, taking the garbage out, and I was like going through the phone. I was like, I thought it was a joke at first. I thought it was a meme, whatever.
Oh, I know.
I was like, who's that asshole made this meme up? And then, and it was real. It broke my heart.
I know. Way too soon, man.
Oh yeah, he was a one of a kind. He was just one of the nicest, like a hell of a guy, to be around. And let's see, let's get in the happy mode now and talk about which NHL, AHL, and NCAA player / coach have you learned from the most? I know you've said Nabokov. Who are the others?
Like which player coach did I learn the most from?
Yeah, like a player and like / coach, like and or a coach.
I think one guy that, well, I guess two guys. At first it was Matt Kirkner. I think I appreciate so much of what he did for my career, helped me kind of talk me through stuff and showed me how to be a pro in different things, and kind of took me under his wing for a bit there in New York and Bridgeport. And then I got to say Tom Kostopoulos. Still to this day, we keep in touch, and he was my captain my first year in Wilkes-Barre, and then he was player development for us after that. But, talk about a special human, and, he's the ultimate pro. I think he played 600 NHL, 600 AHL games.
Wow. It's amazing. That's the balance. I mean, like a longevity of a career.
Yeah. It's really phenomenal. And
I mean, the journey must have been like a fascinating one. You're playing 600 AHL, 600 NHL.
I think Sean Thornton's the other guy.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna mention Thornton.
Yeah,
it's amazing. How players, like they work so hard and then they have an extended life after that. In the playing realm.
It's unbelievable, and I would just pick his brain and ask him I probably annoyed him so much, but I'd ask him as many questions as I could, and and any little nick and bruise or whatever, he knew a little remedy to fix it. Okay, to do this stretch. He was phenomenal. He's still such a beauty, and I see him in the summer all the time. He's got a big heart, and I just couldn't believe how much he genuinely cared about helping guys get them onto the NHL. And he's in a perfect job now being a player development, and I feel like you could talk to him about anything. He was always there for me through tough times too, and he's special guy and hell of a career.
Oh yeah. It's amazing. Like everybody has a interesting path into the NHL and in the American League. It's just a phenomenal. The game is changed throughout the years. And like I gotta ask, is the chirping still funny or not funny in hockey right now?
Every now and then there's some funny ones. I think
what's the most savage chirp you've heard that you did or you've heard in the last few years?
I think the best chirp that someone did to me was when I was with the Islanders, and we were playing against the Ottawa Senators, and I remember Chris Neal came in there and was kind of giving it to Johan Sundstrom, I think, and I kind of stepped in. I don't know. There was no intention for me to fight Chris Neal.
God, Chris Neal.
So I went in there trying to break it up, be a hero, and he goes, "Look at you." He's like, "I'll pull your gloves off for you." And he tried taking my gloves off. I'm like, wow, that one hit home. And I thought it was pretty funny. And he was a tough guy, and great player too. But that one kind of stuck with me, and that's probably the best chirp I've had directed my way.
And what about that you heard stories from in that realm,
best chirps? You have to give me a minute. None that come to the top of my head.
And the other one is which NHL player would you like to chirp the most? What's your biggest dream of chirping? Which you want to get out of your system?
I don't have any guys I need to chirp. I don't have any. No.
Yeah, for me it's Sean Avery, because he blocked me off of all of my social media accounts.
Oh yeah.
What an asshole.
Yeah, I don't have any revenge or anything like that. So
but Sean Avery, I think he would probably dress up like Russell Westbrook or something.
I don't know.
I love Sean Avery as a kid, growing up watching him, and then the guy blocks me, I told him I love your shit, and he's the blocks,
Yeah.
What the hell's that all about,
I got no idea, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right, And what was the other you played with a lot of great hockey players in your career so far in the NHL and AHL. Which NHL player were you starstruck the most as a teammate and opposing?
Ooh, I remember when I first played in the NHL and seeing Ovechkin, playing against him and kind of seeing his demeanor out there. And then one of the coolest guys I got to play with is obviously got to be Sidney Crosby, and just getting to know him on and off the ice. He is phenomenal guy, so down to earth. He makes you feel like I was a healthy scratch most games, and he made me feel like part of the team. You can see why they have so much success in Pittsburgh. It's just guys like him, and he sets the example, and he's the hardest working guy after practice. He'll be out there tipping pucks for half hour after practice, working on little details of his game. And how can you not push yourself to be better when you see the best player in the world doing that? And he's another guy up there that I'm so fortunate to have met and crossed paths with, and I learned so much from him, and how to treat people on and off the ice. He's up there as just a special human and great dude.
Yeah, and I gotta ask you, all the Red Wing fans throughout the years were chirping me because I grew up a Penguin fan, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, you're just a Sidney Crosby fan." No, I was a Mario Lemieux fan, but Sid's a beauty. You don't know what it's like. You gotta tell the Red Wing fans and others who are Crosby haters, what you have to say about tell all these fans, you don't know what Sidney Crosby's like.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough good things about him. I think, exemplifies every characteristic you want as a captain, as a player, as the face of a franchise. And I think if he was on any team, the fan base would love him. And Pittsburgh's really fortunate to have him that long. So
Oh yeah, and
yeah,
I'll tell you, Sid's a world class act. And I remember you calling me in the middle of my class in grad school. I was in the middle of class, right?
yeah,
And my teacher told me you're dismissed. You get the rest of the night off. And Sid was you guys were in Vegas playing against the Golden Knights.
maybe, yeah.
I remember you, and I sent you a freestyle, and Sid got all hyped up.
Oh yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I still have the message. Sid was like he loved it.
Yeah,
Like that's a type of guy that people don't know. Sidney Crosby, like he's a fun
exactly.
dude. He's very charming, humble.
Yeah,
He treats everybody with love and respect. And like with nice manners right here.
absolutely, buddy.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
he's an example what like what my little brother would stand for, being nice to others. Like that's the type of role model Sidney Crosby is to everybody. I mean,
You nailed. Yeah, absolutely, man. And
teammates love him. Fans love him. The haters
yeah,
are just jealous because they're not. They don't know what it's like being one of the most humble human beings on the face of the planet.
yeah. No, he's got a big heart, much like yourself, buddy.
Thank you, thank
Yeah.
you. And I gotta ask you, what was your favorite? What's your favorite city in your playing career so far? What was your favorite, like as a player, like on your team or on the opposing city?
Um, Favorite city to visit? I think it was cool seeing, I guess, top of my head, San Diego. Um,
Stay
I'd
classy,
never really been to
baby.
California before I went there, and it was a kind of a great spot to go for your first time in California. I thought Denver, Colorado was really cool.
Oh yeah, it's a cool city.
I think back in the day when I went to St. John's, Newfoundland, that
Oh yeah.
was fun. Yeah, it's just such a different experience that you're used to.
What's St. John's, Newfoundland like? Like if anyone has never been to Newfoundland, there's a few guys I know who's been to St. John's.
Yeah, it's just like a different culture from like what you'd expect in Canada. They're such passionate hockey fans. They're it's live music on the street, like on the streets. I think it's George Street. There's like tons of places to eat and bars, and it's just like it's such a lively atmosphere, and the people are so friendly, so full of life, and it really is like it's such a cool little spot, and I recommend anyone to go there and visit. It's a unique spot, and I can't really put a finger on what makes it so unique. It's just a bunch of little cool things that I'll let you figure out yourself.
Oh yeah, and any other cities that you loved during your playing career so far?
Um, I mean, there's tons that are great. Like, I mean, we were talking about Tampa earlier, Montreal. I like going back to Toronto. Um,
Toronto's a beautiful city.
yeah, I mean, I like Des Moines, where I'm living now. St. Paul, Minnesota. Like, these are good spots.
Oh yeah.
I feel like every city's got great little areas, and it's fun to. That's kind of one of the benefits of this job is you kind of can go explore a little bit and see what's out there. And Cleveland, there's another cool spot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've been there.
Yeah.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, that's what a spot that is, eh?
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And you're right by Quicken Loans Arena, and you're right by
Yeah.
the Cleveland Indians new ball, like progressive ballpark, and what's the Cleveland Browns Stadium? It's just beautiful.
Yeah. What a fantastic spot.
It's weird that they're American League while their big club team is in the middle of the state in Columbus. It's just weird.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just finding little gems like that. And Grand Rapids is another place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's funny. I'm from Michigan and I've never been to Grand Rapids. Never.
It's a great spot, man. You're missing out.
Oh yeah, and like I'm a geography whiz. I can just like plot like beep, 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 beep. You get
Yep.
straight A for that one. Yeah, and it's funny. I went to I came second place several times in a row, 3 years in a row, second place. For the geography bee. And I just couldn't get over the hump, but my little brother did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mead won, his geography bees, and I'm like, I came second place. I'm like, if I would have won, I would have had a lot of pressure on me. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to be like those spelling bee kids, where I had to spell something on ESPN.
What's the capital of Canada?
Ottawa.
What's the capital of Ontario?
That right there was the one that it's Toronto. And
Yeah, there you go.
I always thought I thought Canada. I thought Ottawa was the capital of Ontario and Canada. Like I know, like it was just like I was like, how is Toronto a capital of Ontario? I was just one of the most confusing geography questions. That's one of the
You
questions.
nailed it. That was the trick question. You got it. You got it, man. Awesome.
I remember I was a kid. I always thought Ottawa was both Ontario and Canada, and
Yeah.
and then geography question was wrong. I was like, are you serious? Like I've been to Toronto. Where's the capital? Where's the Ontario provincial capital building?
Yeah.
And I was like, I couldn't believe that Toronto is the capital.
Yeah.
It was. And what about the least favorite city?
Ooh, I'm not gonna go there.
I know we're not Yelp.
I'm not going there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're not Yelp or Reddit.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, so let's see, like what's the advice to the followers, the viewers, and the listeners out there?
Just find whatever your passion is and enjoy it. I mean, I'm so fortunate to be playing hockey this long, playing professionally, and it's the day-to-day journey that I really appreciate, and it's not so much the goal of playing in the NHL or making this or that. It's the day-to-day and the process of it. I just love, and anytime you can find a passion or something that brings you joy and that you're doing, I think it's such a blessing to have, and I'm fortunate to have it with this game, and it brings joy to my life. So anything that can make you happy and put you around a lot of good people, I think you're doing a lot of things right. So I think that's kind of my advice.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you guys are heading up to Edmonton.
Yeah, a little cold up there, eh?
Oh yeah. The Moose
Yeah.
Burger. Oh yeah, Dougie Wade had told me stories about the Moose Burgers and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And the mall.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with their rink in the middle. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now that
Yeah.
and I've heard it's one of the biggest malls in the world.
Yeah, they have a good novice tournament there, the brick tournament.
Oh yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
about that, and it's one of the most prestigious hockey tournaments in Canada.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yep.
I don't know what level it could be in. I've always heard the Quebec tournament.
Yeah.
Every year in Quebec City, they always
That's
throw
Pee-wee, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
this mega Pee-wee tournament. And
Yeah.
and what's the difference between the brick and the Quebec tournament? What's the difference on that?
The brick tournament's a summer tournament. I think it's in June or July, and it's a novice AAA, so it's kids that are 8 and 9. And then the Pee-wee tournament, the Quebec Pee-wee tournament, is I think you're like 12 or 13, whatever it is, and it's pretty special too. They're both in their own right. They're both built up and hold. There's a lot. You look at the alumni that played through both those tournaments, and it's incredible. You go down the list, it's wild.
Oh yeah, it's unbelievable. And
Yeah.
I got two more things, and then we got to get rolling.
Sure.
So the journey, it's still going. It's a road that never ends.
Yeah, buddy.
In life, and I gotta tell you, you're like, I got a feeling, a goal, an NHL goal's coming soon.
I would love one, buddy. Yeah.
It's what
I like
pisses
those
me off.
vibes.
What pisses me off, I did not get a fortune cookie, when I had my Chinese food a couple days ago. And I'm like, where's the fortune cookie? I'm supposed to give good fortune,
Yeah.
And it's amazing, like, how we learn from wisdom and character in life.
Absolutely, man.
and like being around family and friends, and especially in the game of hockey, like I've been around hockey my entire life. My dad played, my mom worked in it, my brother,
Yep.
older brother played in it, my mom's brothers have played, and my dad's brother played, and it's amazing path, and like all the people, the network, it's just like an amazing game, that's what I love about hockey, because there's always a great story to tell, the humbleness, the reminiscing of the childhood of the game. Now that right there is why I love the game.
Yeah, I think you couldn't say it any better than that. It brings the childlike joy to my life right now, and to your life too. It's anytime you talk hockey, it's you end up smiling in some form, and that's kind of what it does to me. And I don't know much things in life that can do that. It's such a fun sport. It's so competitive. It's I don't know. I just love it, and I'm so fortunate to have had parents that kind of pushed me in that direction too. And it was it's something special still that my mom watches every single game still. Family and friends do too. It's really cool, and I think that's the best part of it. Having that support and people that watching, say, a Tuesday night game in Rockford with the Iowa Wild and Rockford Ice Hogs watching me play. It's I have people back home watching it. It's really cool to me, and it means a lot. So shout out to them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A huge shout out to everyone from the New York Islanders, Lake Superior State, Pittsburgh Penguins. Everyone in Kevin's path. In his career, Churchy's path. Like everyone we've encountered. Like it's an unbelievable way. People we've seen. They're like, wow. That's right. And
Well, yeah, everywhere you go, you want to pick up something from someone, and I feel like every day you're just trying to learn and try to absorb as much as you can from the whoever it may be. And there's so much knowledge out there, and there's so much
absolutely.
wisdom that guys have been through. And if you can pick up a little thing each day from someone, you kind of compound over time, and you become the player or person you want to be. And I think that's important for any walk of life.
Absolutely.
Kind of constantly grow and constantly improve.
It's we've all been searching for that, that's like, the fountain of youth, we always search for those questions and answers, and we all want to be the studious type of guy, the intellectual person that we all want, we're starving for knowledge, our brain want to absorb every memory and every arithmetic and knowledge, everything, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, Churchy. Hey, let's kick some ass, and I'm looking forward for the game against the Edmonton Oilers on Tuesday.
Absolutely, man.
And
this was fantastic.
Oh yeah, and I can't wait. And you better put a roadblock, on Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. I mean, it's like watching Yager and Lemieux again.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say, Gordo, it was an honor to be your first guest. You did a tremendous job as a host. You're easy to talk to. You're funny. You're witty. You bring it all, man. And you got a great personality. So keep it going. And I wish you nothing but continued success, man. And you bring a smile to my face every time we chat. So keep it going. Oh yeah,
man. Absolutely, Churchy. Hey, my brother, kick some ass. Love you, brother. All right, let's talk later this week, and let me know how everything goes up there. And just keep it going, like you never quit, you never quit, be successful, just,
absolutely, man.
The secret, and to the viewers out there, the secret of a long career in sports is to enjoy the pursuit of happiness of it.
You nailed it, man. That's a great way to end it on. You nailed. There you go, buddy.
All right, Churchy. All right, much love, brother. Hey, kick some ass tomorrow night.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, actually, and we will. And let's talk later this week. All right.
All right, buddy.
Peace.
Take care, brother. Take care.
Take care.